Welcome, Leo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I'm doing a reading for you, meditating particularly on Uranus's passage into Gemini conjuncting Venus. These two planetary energies are synonymous with uh, ways in which we are integrating our divine feminine energies, regardless of your gender. We all have feminine, masculine, and non gendered energies within all of us. But there's a need for an integration in order for you to understand better how to recognize and allow your gifts to emerge. There's an overall storyline for the planet that sacrifice may be more looking like an exchange of energies. And so the ways that we've been conditioned to believe that in order to express your feminine energies, you must give up something. There appears to be a need for us to understand that we can have it all. We can be all of it. We can be whole. And this is highlighted in particular by the card that is your overall energy for the reading, the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is often associated with the planet Jupiter, and Jupiter right now is in the sign of Cancer, again, focusing on this ability to allow our intuitive internal selves to find expression not only in caring for others and attending to the needs of others, but in looking to give ourselves permission to nourish ourselves. Perhaps not looking for that permission outside of yourselves, but simply understanding that it is a co-created need with the ability to give to others, how to share in a way that is infused with fresh ideas, newness, as the Gemini energy allows us to rethink the way not only we give and receive, but how we communicate, how we learn, particularly at an intimate level. At the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Cups. And this story is a little bit taking on the character of your ability to experience something, particularly love, in a new way. Your recognition that perhaps for some of you, the love that seems to have abandoned you or frustrated you in some way that seems inaccessible is actually available in spades, in a new environment, new conditions, in a relationship that has evolved or grown in some way that you are now able to recognize the bounty and fulfillment of love in your life. This is a love that you have always had. You haven't had to earn this love, but you have learned to understand it. I'm going to pull a crystal oracle, and we have here the ruby, the beautiful ruby. And the key word is shine. It's time for me to shine. And I do believe, Leo, ruby may be your birthstone, or certainly one of them. It certainly speaks of this ability to allow your passion, your joy, your heart, your love, uh, your blood to shine forward. Believe this here. This is a general reading, Leo. If you're interested in a personal reading, information below in the description box can direct you. And I want to appreciate the time that you spend with me. I understand that uh, your energies contribute to the work that I do. If you find this reading does resonate for you, please like this video, share it with others, comment below, I love your thoughts, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. It is greatly appreciated. In your 10th house, we have the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is showing this positive energy of deep understanding and connection, that you are being sought for, you're being looked to, a way that you are clear, you're determined, and you are dispassionate. By dispassionate, I mean you are able to separate yourself from or detach yourself from your feelings, your passion, in order to make clear, logical decisions. And in some experience of love or relationships, this is highly needed right now. You need to be clear. You need to listen to the overabundance of information you may be receiving about an individual or a situation, and mediate, come together with others to discuss and decide on something that is critical to the success of someone's treatment or experience. In the first house, the World card is about you wrapping something up. And there is a feeling here with the Wheel of Fortune that something has made a complete revolution, has turned 180 rather than 360. And so, in that way, there is some love, some fundamental love, relationship, or passion in your life that you are experiencing in a completely new light as the result of your own growth, your own achievement, your own ability to recognize and the rewards of this effort, this completion. There's a closure here that you are creating and you are welcoming at the same time, understanding that it's preparing you for something new. In the fourth house, the house of your soul, your home, your foundation, the Lover's card again emphasizes the idea that you have a choice to make. It can be the choice between two similar or different things, or it can be the choice that you are now capable of making in relationship that perhaps you were not able to make in the past. And that choice appears to be you choosing you. You understanding that any relationship that supports, resonates for you, that where a deep connection exists on the basis of shared values, shared goals, is one that reflects your highest good. And that is clearly what you understand you must pursue, the choice that you have already made in your soul. So this can be an instance perhaps where you have the choice to see a relationship that perhaps once had appeal to you and no longer does, in juxtaposition to one that really does speak to a higher connection, not only with you, but to something that you value, that you are willing to work for, and that wants to work with you towards that goal. In the seventh house, your significant other's the Star card. This represents a vision emerging after a very, very difficult healing process. For many of us, that healing process feels like a long, dark tunnel. And the star represents the star, the hope, the faith that you have held on to and has pulled you through a difficult time based on your values, your vision, understanding the possibility of something better, not just for you, but for the world. So the North Star is something that urges us on, like the stars in the sky do. The star card may be your North Star, whatever that is, that pulls you through, that gives you the vision. Think of Harriet Tubman in the Underground Railroad. I'm going to clarify From the first house, going around the wheel, in the first house, the World card, the second house, the Eight of Cups, and in the third house, the High Priestess. Beautiful. Yeah, there's something that you've learned, all that can be learned from. This usually relates to relationships, long-term soul bonds, relationships that have given you much, that have now given you the courage to face greater challenges. And those greater challenges are this ability to claim your rightful place in the world. This rightful place is not necessarily a throne. Um, uh, Sometimes we romanticize the spirit realm in a way that encourages us to believe that we were all kings and queens. And in fact, that may not be the case for many of us. But the high priestess, in an age where there are few kings and queens, is really more about your being able to reflect on all of your experiences in your life and quite possibly in other lives. This is an ancestor link. This is a link to knowledge about who you are and where you've been and your capabilities, your capacity, your talents, knowledge that is only reserved for you. And this is not information that you share with others. So it's interesting that you are being called on by others to share your wisdom, because perhaps it is through the advisement you give to others that you are expressing this wisdom in a way that protects what is yours. I hope that's clear. In the fourth house, the Lover's card is clarified by the Knight of Swords in the fifth house and the King of Pentacles in the sixth house. You are really taking some very, very swift action. This can have to do with friendships, with intimates, with lovers, with potential deeper soul bonds, with new ideas, a new project or a new passion you're pursuing. You understand that this passion, this project, this relationship represents an opportunity for you to explore your truth, and in that way to gain some sense of justice in a situation that may have seemed to be lopsided or unbalanced in the past. It may be an opportunity that a friend, a very good friend, a close friend, or a child or a parent is pulling you along on. So you're having to learn things in order to be of assistance to them, in order to guide them properly. The King of Pentacles in the sixth house is about your sense of material mastery. This is you being really in control of the routines of your life, the habits you have, all the things that bear upon your sense of wellness, holistic wellness, so that you are efficient and productive in your life. You're available to the service that you are here to give to others. And absolutely, the High Priestess has you very attuned with what service is relevant for you in your life, the contribution you're here to make. The seventh house, the Star card, is clarified by the Eight of Swords in the eighth house and the Four of Swords in the ninth house. A situation that you're dealing with, this again can be one that is relevant to the care of a loved one, the care of someone who you feel responsible for. Requires a lot of strategy and negotiation, perhaps a lot of interaction with a lot of others or a lot of other ideas. There's almost like a overwhelm of information or opinions that others feel free to deliver to you unsolicited. And that can make you feel like you have no way to move, no way to negotiate. However, you have already built in this spiritual practice of gratitude in your life. You've come to a place where you're understanding how things find a balance, how difficult and even traumatic experiences have yielded lessons and benefits that have made you grateful for the opportunity to be who you are, where you are. So this practice of being able to retreat, find your peace wherever you are, is what is helping you establish the spiritual foundation where you understand that there is no challenge too great for you, and that working through those challenges is a part of being a successful, holistic person, and that you are that. You've tapped into your rightful place in the world. That is your place of contribution, of being seen, of being recognized. And that is really the foundation that allows you to detach yourself from your powerful passion, emotions, and to make decisions and choices, to be open to new ideas that you know will assist others for sure, but are ultimately assisting you. Things may appear complicated at times, but you're able to cut through the fog and the complication. You're able to simplify things in order to make the best decision possible. The 10th house, the Queen of Swords, is clarified by the 10 of Pentacles in the 11th house and the 4 of Pentacles in the 12th house. So here we've got some of the money that you are finding yourself very much in control of. And when I say money, I'm kind of being sarcastic. This is all of your material welfare, all of the work you do and the rewards you receive for that work. You are absolutely at a place where you understand, no matter how modest your livelihood may be, that you are profoundly privileged, that you've had many things many others did not have, and that you understand the power of being able to give back. You understand how important this is. And it's interesting that I mentioned Harriet Tubman with the star card here, because there is something about uh, what we do see from our vantage of centuries later, a century and a half later, the tremendous power and vision that was enabled by her efforts in the world. And yet she lived to a successful, ripe old age and very much in control of her legacy. She still obviously has created a legacy that benefits us to this day. So this awareness, I'm actually being led to describe her life as an example of something you are beginning to understand through your efforts to be comfortable, to manage, to sustain yourself in the world, that this is done with a sense of purpose towards sharing your privilege with others, helping others, modeling others to understand that their desires, their road to freedom is accessible, is available to them. The 12th house, 4 of Pentacles, is this caution that I see here with the Queen, the High Priestess as well. You're very careful about what you're holding on to, your foundation. There is a material foundation that is the result of some kind of inheritance or legacy you've received. This can be cultural as well as material, but you understand that that's what grounds you, that is what keeps you from flying away. And it's what you understand is what helps to sustain your travel, your journey, your path. I'm going to finish up this reading, Leo, with a seed and sickle card. And I pulled the tulip. And the number 14 may be important for some of you. The 14 card in the tarot is temperance, and that is indeed a description of your healing path, which, despite the ease that the temperance card displays, is nothing easy about it. Self-healing is the work of the grand alchemist. That is all of us finding our spirit, our gold, our spiritual nature amidst the challenges of life. And tulip reads, tulips are full of a boundless, unstoppable energy, full of color, creativity, and life. They're not slow or careful like the rest of the plant world. They're all about growing. In the 1600s, tulips caused one of the greatest cases of buying mania in history, with some varieties so sought after that a single bud would sell for 2,500 florins, the equivalent of $150,000 today. Embrace the shameless, flamboyant vibrance of this flower, and don't be afraid to put your stamp on the world. Be yourself, express yourself, make the art you want to make. Now's the time to turn life into what you want it to be. Well, that is it for you, Leo. If you've enjoyed this content, check out more here. And until next time, namaste.